Join me as I break down every play from the Saints vs Buccaneers game and see if I can nail the key moments that changed the game. The Saints vs Buccaneers matchup is always one that's highly anticipated, given the history and rivalry between these two teams. With both teams vying for a spot in the playoffs, this game is shaping up to be a crucial one. Injuries have been a major concern for the Saints, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. With a few key players out, they're going to have to rely on their depth to step up and make some big plays. On the other hand, the Buccaneers have been struggling with consistency on offense, which is something they're going to need to improve on if they want to come out on top in this one. The Buccaneers secondary has been a weak point all season, and with the Saints' high-powered offense, they could be in for a long day. The Saints are going to need to exploit this weakness if they want to light up the scoreboard. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers will need to find a way to contain Michael Thomas, who's been a game-changer for the Saints all season. Tampa Bay's pass rush has been one of their bright spots, and they're going to need to bring the heat if they want to disrupt the Saints' offense. With a strong pass rush, they can force Drew Brees into making some tough decisions, which could ultimately lead to some turnovers. On the other hand, the Saints' run defense has been stout, and they're going to need to shut down the Buccaneers' running game if they want to come out on top. When it comes to strategy, I think we're going to see the Saints come out and try to establish the run early, which will set up some play-action opportunities down the field. They're going to need to get their tight ends involved, as they've been a big part of their offense all season. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are going to need to take some shots down the field and try to get their receivers involved in the game. One player to watch in this game is going to be Chris Godwin, who's been a star for the Buccaneers this season. He's got the speed and agility to get behind the Saints defense, and if he can get open, he's going to be a game changer. On the other side of the ball, I think we're going to see the Saints defense try to key in on him and shut him down. The Saints have been known for their strong secondary, and I think we're going to see them try to take away the Buccaneers' top receiver and force Jameis Winston to look elsewhere. If they can do that, they're going to be in great shape. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are going to need to find a way to contain the Saints' running game, which has been a strength of theirs all season. Like this one, the most critical aspect of this matchup is going to be the performance of Jameis Winston. He's been known for his inconsistency, and if he can have a solid game, the Buccaneers are going to be in great shape. However, if he struggles, it could be a long day for Tampa Bay. On the other hand, the Saints' defense is going to need to be able to contain him and force him into making some tough decisions. Another key factor is going to be the Saints' special teams, which have been a weakness for them all season. If they can't get it together, it could cost them the game. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers' special teams have been a strength, and they're going to need to continue to play well as they want to come out on top. As we look ahead to this matchup, I think we're going to see a highly competitive game that's going to come down to the wire. Both teams have the firepower to light up the scoreboard, and it's going to be up to their defenses to make some big plays. In conclusion, this game is shaping up to be an absolute thriller, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. The Saints vs Buccaneers matchup always delivers, and I think we're in for a real treat. Make sure to leave your predictions in the comments below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more game breakdowns.